Need more money, connections, associations, and what you would call a relaxed mind? Have you ever wondered why some folks are regarded as high flyers and successful people with results to show? You know the names. It's been found out that the difference between these high flyers and successful people is mindsets and how they think. Welcome to Baseline Beats with Benga. Here is this week's episode.
In Nigeria, you sometimes hear slangs like things that happen, it be things, and it's usually hilarious. So on today's episode of Things That Happen, nah, that's not what this is. I was just kidding. Top of the morning to you. I do hope you slept well. If you are in and around Nigeria, how's the day going? That's if you are in other parts of the world. This is it. Here we talk about things that ensure that we are on the path to imbibing the right mindset. My name is Benga. I have mentioned on previous episodes of this how it is important to stay abreast of information and development by several means. I have mentioned two that I find fascinating: books and movies. Well, you know, books form the basis for movies sometimes. Ever seen the series Game of Thrones? It's a series adaptation of the fantasy books A Song of Ice and Fire, authored by George Rayomond Richard Martin, an American novelist, short story writer, screenwriter, and television producer. He said, "Some battles are won with swords and spears, others with quills and ravens." What about ravens? Mehmet Murat Ildan, a Turkish writer, said this about the bird. He said, "On the road to wisdom, behave like a raven and observe everything carefully." Now, this calls for attention. And so, today's episode is about the bird. As a matter of fact, the raven has appeared in the mythologies of many ancient peoples. For instance, in Greek mythology, ravens are associated with Apollo, the god of prophecy. There are mentions of the raven in the Hebrew Bible and Judaism. There are also references to the raven in Islamic culture as well as the Middle East. In fact, references to the raven cut across various geographical locations such as the German cultures and Viking Age, Hindu and South Asia, North American, Pacific Northwest, Siberia and Northern Asia, amongst several others. So, what makes the raven cut across these many geographical locations and symbolize so much to that much people? Hear this. Ravens are effective hunters that sometimes use cooperative techniques. Teams of ravens have been known to hunt down game too large for a single bird. How interesting. There is power in numbers, isn't it? What fact are there about ravens that you can learn from? Let's listen to BBRBEA by Ed Sheeran and we'll get started. Stay here. BBRBEA.
I lost my shoes last night, I don't know where I put my keys. I was tired and fell asleep beneath an oak tree. I bet my mother's proud of me, from each scar upon my knuckle and each graze upon my knee. And all I know is I got a cab and then threw up upon his car seat. He kicked me out and then I walked in the rain. I tell myself in every way I won't be doing this again, and tomorrow's a brand new day. Someone told me, always say what's on your mind, and I am only being honest with you. I get lonely and make mistakes from time to time. Say no man call, yeah. Baby, I bet, yeah, yeah. Oh, baby, I bet, yeah, 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 yeah. Baby, I bet, yeah, yeah. I remember less and less, and mostly things that I regret. In my phone are several texts from girls I've never met, and in the pocket of my jeans are only coins and broken dreams. My heart is breaking at the seams and I'm coming apart now. Now things are looking up, I'll find my shoes right next to oak tree. And I'll get a bus straight into town and spend the afternoon looking around for the things that I left on the ground. And say with me, tomorrow's a brand new day. Someone told me, always say what's on your mind, and I am only being honest with you. I get lonely, I made mistakes from time to time, say no man call, yeah. Baby, I bet, yeah, yeah. One more mile, 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 one more mile. Someone told me, always say what's on your mind, and I am only being honest with you. I get lonely and make mistakes from time to time, say no man call, yeah. Baby, I bet, yeah, yeah. Well, baby, I bet, yeah, 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 yeah. Well, baby, I bet, yeah, yeah. One more mile, one more. Baby, I bet, yeah, 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 yeah. Baby, I bet, yeah, yeah.
Thanks for being here. Fact about ravens that we can peek and learn from. Number 1. Ravens are intelligent animals. In a logic test that was conducted, the raven had to get a hanging piece of food by pulling up a bait off the string, anchoring it with its claw, and repeating until the food was in reach. Many ravens got the food on the first try within 30 seconds. Now that's huge for a raven to do that in such a short period of time. In fact, in the wild, ravens have pushed rocks on people to keep them from climbing to their nests, stolen fish by pulling a fisherman's line caught of ice holes, and played dead beside a beaver carcass to scare other ravens away from a delicious feast. Oh yeah, I should mention, I am not saying steal, but you know that is wrong, right? Oh yeah, it is. I just mentioned to highlight a fact about ravens. If a raven knows another raven is watching it hide its food, it will pretend to put the food in one place while really hiding it in another. Well, since the other ravens are smart too, this only works sometimes. Folks, you see, it is what it is. Don't be conventional and typical in your approach. That's one of the things it means, amongst many others, to be intelligent. And that's one of the things that the ravens typify. I mean, take a look at the one I mentioned about how they will play dead just to ensure that they are able to eat, just to prove and to let you know how intelligent they are. In fact, I did see something about the research conducted, and our ravens are really highly rated when it comes to being seen as intelligent animals. Number 2 now. Ravens are extremely playful, and you see, I love this one. These birds have been observed in Alaska and Canada using snow-covered roofs as slides. Can you picture the fun in this? How hilarious. In Maine, they have been seen rolling down snowy hills. They often play keep away with other animals like wolves, otters, and dogs. Now, this is a sight. Ravens even make toys, a rare animal behavior, by using sticks, pine cones, golf balls, or rocks to play with each other or by themselves. And sometimes they just taunt or mock other creatures because it's funny. You see, learn to have fun, learn to relax, play when time allows. In fact, create time to play, it replenishes health-wise, and it helps all around. And you see, the reason why you need to create time to play is because it's so easy to get into all the buzz and everything you'd have to achieve, everything you have to ensure is done, and not learn to relax and have fun when time and occasion demands for such. So it's what it is. Create time to have fun and be like the raven, or try to learn from the raven, who will play with each other, play with themselves. I mean, using snow-covered roofs as slides. I'm not saying get on those. I'm saying just learn to have fun. Number 3 now. Ravens are adaptable. Science-wise and in terms of evolution, the deck of the raven is stacked in its favor. They can live in a variety of habitats, from snow to deserts to mountains to forests. They are scavengers with a huge diet that includes fish, meats, seeds, fruits, carrion, and garbage. That's a variety of meals to choose from. Ravens trick animals out of their food, and here's how they do that. One raven will distract the other animal, for example, and the other will steal its food. Funny, right, if you ask me? You see, you and I are one of the few creatures that have the ability to adapt. It's a feature that we should leverage now, time and again. Don't just say you can't do anything. Critically observe and see if it can be done. Don't be a stereotype. That's what it means to be adaptable. And you get to situations whereby an opportunity is presented to someone to get something done or to do something in one way or the other, and they don't critically look at it and see how they can adapt to that situation. Now, I'm not saying get used to bad stuff. I'm saying that when things and situations present themselves, you have that innate ability. You just need to learn to draw into that to allow it to come out and flow and make the best out of such opportunities. In other words, be adaptable. Number 4, and here's my final point. Ravens show empathy for each other. Despite this mischievous nature that they have, ravens seem capable of feeling empathy. When a raven's friend loses in a fight, they will seem to console the losing bird. They also remember birds they like and will respond in a friendly way to certain birds for at least 3 years after seeing them. In fact, they also respond negatively to enemies and suspiciously to strange ravens. You see, keep your circle very close and be empathetic to as many as is within your capability to do that. And that's one of the things that we also have as humans. You get to hear people say, I don't feel this, I don't feel that, I can't do this or that, and I don't feel any empathy for this person. Well, I think you do. You just do not realize that you do. And because you are human, you need to learn to feel what others are going through. Be there for people when they need your help, when they need to have a shoulder that can be leaned on. Friedrich Nietzsche, who was a German philosopher, asked, does wisdom perhaps appear on the earth as a raven which is inspired by the smell of carrion? Obviously, the raven is attributed to a lot of wisdom. That's it for today. Reach me via socials for feedbacks, questions, concerns, and others you might have. The handle is at Ben_Lubenga on Twitter and Instagram. Ensure that your wisdom shines through today and every day. Have a splendid day.
Baby, I beg you, yeah. I lost my shoes last night, I don't know where I put my keys. I was tired and fell asleep beneath an oak tree. I bet my mother's proud of me, from each scar upon my knuckle and each graze upon my knee. And all I know is I got a cab and then threw up upon his car seat. He kicked me out and then I walked in the rain. I tell myself in every way I won't be doing this again, and tomorrow's a brand new day. Someone told me, always say what's on your mind, and I am only being honest with you. I get lonely and make mistakes from time to time. Say no man call, yeah. Baby, I beg you, yeah. Oh, baby, I beg you, yeah, 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 yeah. Baby, I beg you, yeah. I remember less and less, and mostly things that I regret. In my phone are several texts from girls I've never met, and in the pocket of my jeans are only coins and broken dreams. My heart is breaking at the seams and I'm coming apart now. Now things are looking up, I'll find my shoes right next to the oak tree, and I'll get a bus straight into town and spend the afternoon looking around for the things that I left on the ground. And say with me, tomorrow's a brand new day. Someone told me, always say what's on your mind, and I am only being honest with you.
Baseline Beats with Benga is a wrap for this week. For questions, concerns, and feedback, reach him on Twitter and Instagram at Ben_Olugbenga. Until Baseline Beats with Benga comes away again next week, keep winning and enjoy the rest of the week.